How's everybody doing today? So we're going to try and connect a few dots here as to what happened in the last 24 hours, right? So I talked about the Blue Origin blowing up, and I think that is very significant for many different reasons. Some of them I covered in last night's late video. Okay, so 121 gigawatts of power. That's the nuclear symbology in Back to the Future, right? It has all the 88s, blah, blah, blah. Pardon me. Okay, so let's go to World War II, right? Nagasaki, Hiroshima, the two detonations I said were basically just time travel events that they really possibly didn't happen. Now, Nagasaki was bombed August 6th of 1945 at approximately 8:15 a.m. local time, okay? Hiroshima was bombed 3 days later, August 9th, at 11 o'clock a.m. local time. And what is significant about that is and that's all crazy too there. Okay, so so if you convert the 11 o'clock local time at Hiroshima and convert it to our time here in the United States, you know what time you get? 9 o'clock. When Blue Origin blew up. So I'm pretty sure that was symbolic of that event. The sonic boom that rattled South Carolina and many other parts happened approximately this time, which is how many hours before that time? Okay, about 3.5 hours. And those events on August 6th and August 9th, 3 days apart, 3 hours, see the three, okay. Now, I don't know if it maps out that way on the timeline. That, like I said, that's just how I see this stuff. So I don't know if those two explosions were exactly that. It very well could be that, we're talking about the 28th, the fireworks, like celebratory stuff. I think, again, dealing with timelines, that could have ended the timeline on the 28th, right there. Now, this is what was going on in the Schumann during all this crap. Pretty crazy stuff. And there was also a 3-planet alignment taking place overnight. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, there were 3 different conjunctions that happened over an 18-hour period of time during this whole event that took place. And I don't specifically know what those conjunctions were. I do know it involved those planets, and I think Mars as well. Like I said, I just because I'm always busy, I don't have time for research. Any hints you guys see, you can just throw them in the comments. Because there's only certain things I follow, really, because that's all I have time to follow. It is what it is. So I think that's where we're at. So, just like the detonations was our jump into this particular picture frame, this particular timeline, whatever you want to call it, I think it was signified right there. So, again, blue moon or bust, maybe? I'm not real sure. And then just looking at the Schumann. Now, a lot of people will say, this is clearing of chakras, and they don't know, okay? All I know is this is the energy that's felt by the earth, or this remnant that we live on, right? And that, anybody who follows the Schumann, you will see this quite often, these big strikes. Not like this typically, though. Sometimes there's even just great big huge whiteouts. But there's these straight line indicators. I've seen these graphs before where there's like this would be a black spot, right? And to me, those are like time jumps where there's just a block in the graph and then it picks up, and usually it'll pick up just like this, like we're missing the other part over here, right? It just disappears and we jump into this part of it. So whether that's accurate or not, who knows? But and then prior to that, going back to Nagasaki and Hiroshima, why that's even crazier is because Donald Trump canceled his meeting at Camp David, and they had a cabinet meeting in the White House on the 27th, and then lo and behold, on the 28th, all this goes down. So just some things I'm throwing together. I don't know how it plays out. You know, maybe you guys see something there. Maybe I'm missing something here. This is crazy. I've never seen this graph look like this. So yeah, I love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.